Good morning, everyone. I think we'll go ahead and get started. This is our October 16th, 2025 meeting of the Cannabis Compliance Board. We'll go ahead and get a roll call.
Thank you, Chair. Vice Chair Durrett.
Here.
Member Merritt.
Present.
Dr. Mazarana.
Present.
General Barry. Present. And Chair Guzman Freilich.
Present.
We have a quorum, Chair.
Thank you. Okay, and we'll go on to our first public comment, but before we do that, I do need to make a statement on the record. Per Assembly Bill 64, public bodies are no longer required to take public comment online or by phone if there's a physical location for the meeting. Starting November next month, the CCB will only be taking in-person comment during monthly board meetings. If you wish to provide public comment and are unable to attend in person, you can submit your comment in writing at ccbmeetings@ccb.nv.gov. To ensure your comment is received by the board in time for the meeting, please submit by 5 p.m. the day before the meeting. A public comment will be posted on the CCB's website. But today we'll go ahead and get that public comment online. We can do that today as well. So we'll go down in the south for public comment, then the north, and then we'll also do online public comment. And before we start, I just wanted to just, I'm sure most of you have heard that I am running for state office, and so for the Attorney General's office. And so next month will be my last meeting, but and then I'll thank everybody but for now, we'll go ahead and go to public comment in the south. Anybody having public comment, please come up to the dais and state your name for the record.
Chair, I'll add the online instructions before we begin.
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem. To provide public comment via telephone, call 669-444-9171, followed by webinar ID 813-7525-7207.
Thank you for that. And I don't see any public comment. Oh, we do have some public comment in the south. Good morning. Yes. Good to see you, Mr. Klimas.
It's great to see you. So good morning, Chair Guzman Freilich, members of the board, Director Hum. My name is Tyler Klimas. I'm the former executive director of the Cannabis Compliance Board. But I'm here today to provide a few comments in support and recognition of Chief Dave Staley before he departs the CCB and moves on to a wonderful next step in his career. Almost 6 long years ago to the day, I was introduced to Dave Staley by former Gaming Control Board Chair Sandra Morgan, who after a number of discussions and a little bit of negotiation agreed to let me borrow Mr. Staley and his expertise of over 25 years as a special agent with the Nevada Gaming Control Board. Dave's first few weeks on the job were filled with unknowns, lots of questions, a little bit of what am I doing here? But what transpired after those initial days and weeks was nothing short of transformational. For me, for Dave, for the Cannabis Compliance Board. Dave quickly became a core member of the team, someone that brought unique perspective, challenged the status quo, was not afraid to speak his mind, and who could be relied upon by me and others implicitly. Dave brought fire and passion and expertise, all things we knew we needed out of every member of the CCB, traits we knew we needed to lead by example with if we were to succeed. Deputy Director Miles and I had many conversations about Dave during this borrowed period, and ultimately we knew Dave Staley was somebody we wanted to fight for and bring on board in an official capacity to be a leader within the CCB. And boy, am I glad that we did. Dave, you were and will always be one of the very originals in the trenches from the very beginning to the agency's startup phase, through a global pandemic, through major industry shifts. Your fingerprints are on this marketplace as much as anyone else's. And I know you're proud of your work here, and you should be. You built an incredible investigations team full of agents that respected you, that followed you, that learned from you. And the best thing, Dave, is that we all did, especially me. So here's to you, Dave Staley, someone who's dedicated their entire professional career to serving the state of Nevada. You are a great leader. You're an incredible public servant. You are not as good with babies as you lead others to believe, although my kids do love you now. But you are an incredible friend and a lifelong one at that, Dave. Thank you, and Godspeed to you. Thank you, Chair, members of the board. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And for those of you wondering, yay. Chief Staley will be leaving us to bigger and brighter, different things. So if you'd like to speak on that a little bit, we'd love to hear what you're doing.
Well, thank you. I think, Tyler, you took things out of order a little bit, but we'll run with it. After a little over 30 years with the state of Nevada, I'll be retiring on early November. With Chairman Freilich leaving, I really saw no choice, but I had to leave myself. My retirement will be short-lived. I have accepted a position as the executive director of the Gaming and Cannabis Commissions for the Oneida Nation in upstate New York. So I have to move to upstate New York within 2 weeks of retiring, and we're now trying to figure out how that works. Thank you, Tyler. It was a real honor, both Mike and Tyler, to see a value in bringing me onto the agency, and probably the greatest experience of my state career. I've had the opportunity to work with the employees of this agency, and I'm leaving it better than I found it. I expect that there will be absolutely no interruption of the excellent service that this agency has provided the industry for the last 5 years, and will continue to grow. So thank you very much. And Tyler, thank you again.
Thank you. And I also did not want to have this go by also mentioning that our Deputy Attorney General, Chris Rath, is also leaving. This is his last day. And this is just, I mean, this is a coincidence, right? That we're all leaving. Nothing's happening to the CCB. Nobody, it will go on forever, but we're definitely, these are two individuals, the OGs, right? We're really going to miss you guys, and we wish you the best. Would you like to say a few words?
Oh, thank you, Chair. It's been a pleasure working with all of you over the past 5.5 years, as well as all of the attorneys in the industry. And I hope we can all keep in touch in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your service, both of you. Okay, with that, we'll continue with the public comment period of this agenda down in the south. Any additional public comment? Hearing none, we'll go up north. Good morning.
Good morning. Briefly before my real public comment, I'd like to state I too do appreciate the service that Mr. Staley provided to the state, and I wish you all the best and good luck working with the Native communities in New York. That seems like an amazing position, and you did a lot to standardize the license transfer process. It was a long and bumpy road, but I think it's proved its pudding. It's worked out, and yeah, we all have standardized and sort of gotten to that level because of the hard work people put in, like you and Deputy Rath. And you, Chair, it'll be a loss to lose you, but good luck in your efforts ahead. It'll be a fun road for you as well. But may I open in a formal public comment? Hello, my name is Will Adler. I'm representing GTI today. GTI wanted to reach out and say thank you to the board for their communications around the changes. Senate Bill 157 looks to change in the cannabis testing in the state. We are somewhat disappointed that the bill cannot be activated on October 1st, but understand that that is how this process goes from time to time. From here, we do look forward to the workshops, each and every one of you. But Mr. Staley, good luck and great position. Thank you for taking that.
Thank you, Mr. Adler. And are there any additional comments in the north?
No additional comments, Chair.
Thank you, Chief Gilbert. With that, we'll go ahead and go to online.
If you wish to provide public comment, dial *9 to raise your hand if joining by phone, or click the raise hand icon if joining via Zoom. There's no online comment.
Great, thank you. We'll proceed to item number 2, which is our consent agenda. These items on the consent agenda are subject to a single collective motion for approval without discussion. Unless there is a board member that would like to pull an item out, that would be, we can rule or make a motion on that. If anybody has any desire to pull any agenda item out, we've got 20 items under our consent agenda this morning, and if not, I'll go ahead and take a motion for approval of those items.
Member Barry, move to approve all the items on the consent agenda from 1 through 20.
Okay, we've got a first. Is there a second?
Member Merritt,
Include
I'll
item A.
second.
Okay, this is on item B. We've got a motion on item B in a second. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, and we'll go back to item A. This is the approval of the September 18th, 2025 Cannabis Compliance Board Meeting minutes. Any discussion on the board minutes? If not, I'll go ahead and take a motion.
Member Mazarana makes a motion to approve the board meeting minutes.
Barry, second.
We have a first and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you for that. And so we're done with items A and B of consent, the consent agenda item 2. And now we're moving on to the approvals and resolutions. Chief Gilbert.
Thank you and good morning, Chair and members of the board. Steve Gilbert, Chief of Administration for the record. Agenda item 3A is an informational item presented as a notice to the board of an establishment that has been issued their final license since the last board meeting. Item number 1 is for Vertical Horizon LLC, conditional adult use cultivation and production facility located in West Wendover jurisdiction. In December of 2022, the board approved transfer of interest number 21059, transferring 100% of the ownership of the licenses to Green Enterprise LLC, which is the parent company of Vertical Horizon. On July 8, 2025, the CCB conducted a pre-opening inspection and audit of the facility, and an approved plan of correction was issued to both Vertical Horizon licenses on September 2, 2025. Indicating Vertical Horizon has met the regulatory operational requirements in NCCR and NRS. As a result, the CCB approved and issued final licensure to Vertical Horizon for its cultivation and production facility on September 8, 2025. Item number 2 is for Conjurium 3 LLC, conditional adult use retail store license located in Esmeralda County jurisdiction. Conjurium received this adult use license after the board approved transfer of interest number 21005 at its August 25th, 2020 meeting. On August 13th, 2025, the CCB conducted a pre-opening inspection and audit of the facility. The inspection and audit revealed the facility was in compliance with NCCRs and NRS. A statement of no deficiency was issued on August 14th, 2025, indicating Conjurium has met the regulatory operational requirements. As a result, the CCB approved and issued final licensure to Conjurium for its retail store facility on September 8th, 2025. Thank you, Chair. I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Chief Gilbert. And as noted, these are for discussion only. We don't need to vote on these. These are just notices of final licensure. So thank you for that. Moving on to item number 4, this is a request for a consumption lounge conditional license approval. Chief Staley.
Chair Guzman-Freilich, members of the board, for the record, I'm David Staley, Division Chief of Investigations for the CCB. I'm here to present agenda item number 4, which consists of a request for approval of a conditional license for a retail attached consumption lounge and for a retail attached consumption lounge. If this board approves conditional licensure, the applicant will still need to complete necessary local approvals and a final inspection by the CCB's Inspection and Audit Division before it can open for business. Item A is a request for approval from TRNV P098 LLC for a retail attached consumption lounge under application number ACON A22-00076. TRNV P098's parent company, Taproots Holdings NV LLC, plans to open a consumption lounge in Story County to focus on providing safe and legal place to relax, enjoy, and learn about cannabis products along with like-minded individuals. TRNV P098 has submitted all information required to move to a conditional license status, and no areas of concern were developed in connection with this investigation. I'm available for any questions, and my understanding is that Shane Terry is available to address any questions you may have as well. With that, Chair Guzman-Freilich, I'll turn this item back to you.
Thank you, Chief Staley, and thank you for joining us, Mr. Terry, and thank you for your patience. We're back here again with your request, and unless you have any comments, I'll open it up to the board if they have any questions. Any comments from you?
None for me. Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us. Any discussion or any questions from the board members with regard to this request? Okay, we'll bring it to the board for a vote. Is there a motion?
Member Drat, I move to approve agenda item 4A.
We have a first. Is there a second?
Member Barry, second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion on the motion? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much, Mr. Terry, and good luck.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Take care. Okay, now we are moving on to item number 5. And we begin with item A. Chief Staley.
Chair Guzman-Freilich, members of the board, for the record, I'm David Staley. I'm here to present agenda item number 5, which consists of 5 transfer of interest or TOI applications. Item A is a TOI application by YMY Ventures LLC. TOI number 2400054 was filed requesting approval from 50% member OPCO LLC to sell its membership to an existing 41% member Lilly Enterprises LLC. In addition, Lilly Enterprises requests approval to add a new 24% member, David Carter. An area of interest was developed regarding this application because it appears that STEM Holdings, Inc., the publicly traded 100% member of OPCO, completed numerous unapproved transfers of interest between 2018 to the present. These unapproved TOIs were not considered an area of concern because many of the transfers occurred before the creation of the CCB, and STEM Holdings is exiting the Nevada cannabis market. I am available for any questions, and my understanding is Elad Yerushalmi, Matthew Cohen, and David Carter are available to address any questions you may have as well. With that, Chair Guzman-Freilich, I'll turn this item back to you.
Thank you, Chief Staley. Do we have somebody here? Would you like to come up to the front, please? Thank you. Is he online? Okay, great. Welcome. I understand this is just a transfer between ownership? Okay. Do you have an affirmative presentation as far as the business? How's everything going?
It's good. I mean, obviously the last 18 months, the market has changed a little bit here in Nevada, but we're still doing what we can to continue growing here. So, and we're not vertically integrated, so that presents its own challenges, but it's like any business. You just have to roll with the climate of the industry and go from there.
Thank you. Thank you for providing that. It's always nice to hear from the licensees themselves. And how are you today, sir?
Good, very good.
Good. Are you excited about this transaction?
Yes, I am. Kind of retiring out of the construction industry and haven't yet, but am looking forward to getting involved, further involved here.
Great. Okay, I'll open it up to the board for any questions that they might have.
Member Durrett, so you're Mr. Carter, and then what?
Elad Yerushalmi.
Oh, okay, thank you. I'm wondering, because there is this area of interest and potential violations with these transfers. Are you an attorney, or do you have an attorney representing you?
No, and the area of interest is neither of us. It's the person in Florida.
Okay, and who's that? Remind me.
Matthew Cohen.
Okay.
He's the representative for. There's a publicly traded company,
right,
and
okay.
I guess as stock changes happen throughout the normal course of stock, they were not, from what I understand, not reported correctly. But you guys instituted some kind of waiver at some point that we never submitted, and they're exiting the business anyway. So.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, you guys aren't on trial for it. It's just, I'm just wondering, who, what is the plan to address these issues going forward? But like you said, it wasn't your company. But do you have an attorney or compliance officer, or who's in charge of compliance?
I mean, I guess me, and then one of my employees deals with compliance.
And then Mr. Cohen's online?
Yes, I'm online.
Can you share a little bit of information about those unapproved transfers?
I don't know what you're referring to.
Basically, it was the stock trade. From what I was told by the investigator, the stock trades for their publicly traded company were not reported to the CCB, and that was the issue. But there's a waiver that any transaction under 5%, if we had filled out that waiver, the waiver didn't exist when they first joined the company. It came into being after. If we had filled out that waiver in the first place, then none of them would be unapproved transfers, because every stock trade was less than 5%.
Let me ask Chief Staley, is that the only issue? I didn't think that the not having the waiver in place was the only issue. Were there also other unapproved transfers? I think changes of ownership internally, no? Other than that?
David Staley, for the record, the area of interest that was identified was both changes of internal interest as well as external buying and selling of stock in the open market.
So I'm a little nervous because I think members of the industry, if the last time they tuned into a hearing was 2 years ago, they would have whiplash because they would wonder why this is not being taken more seriously. And I'm a little nervous that you guys aren't even familiar with with your own, potential violations.
Basically, they've been an arm's length owner the whole time. They're not really involved in the business, and hence why they're exiting the business as well. I can't keep track of a public company and all their changes. I'm not involved in the public company. It's not my company. There have been zero changes whatsoever to our entity and our other partner, and no changes to their entity as far as I could tell from the outside, but a public entity changes constantly, and I have no way of monitoring that myself.
As far as the shares of stock, correct, but I mean, you're definitely responsible for whoever you do business with. Like, the buck stops with you as the licensee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Any additional questions from board members? Okay, any additional comments from the licensees?
I guess the only comment I would have is they're exiting the business anyway. The resulting entity will consist of 2 companies comprised of 4 individuals. There will be no more public situation, no stock trading, much cleaner, easier to maintain, and easier visualization for the board as well.
And now there's the waiver form now in place.
Correct, but we won't have any public ownership, so there will be everybody who has ownership in the company is larger than 5%, and like I said, it's 4 individuals that own 2 entities. So
Thank you for that clarification. Okay, with that, I'll bring it back to the board for a motion.
Member Barry.
Thank you.
Okay. Move to approve agenda item 5A TOI number 2400054, bless you, in total first, allowing OPCO LLC to sell its partial ownership in entities CO51 and PO42 to Lilly Enterprises LLC, and second to approve allowing Lil Enterprises LLC to add David Carter as partial owner.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Member Merritt, I'll second.
We have a first and a second. Any discussion on this motion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you and good luck to you. Congratulations. Okay. We'll go ahead and go on to item B of agenda item 5. Mr. Staley.
Chair Guzman-Freilich, members of the board, for the record, I'm David Staley. Item B is a TOI application by DED Ops NV LLC. TOI number 2500011 was filed requesting approval for a transfer of 32.5% membership from existing member Desert Evolution LLC to new member BDLV Investments 2 LLC. DED Ops has also requested a waiver of NCCR 5.110 pursuant to 5.112 for transfers of less than 5%. Staff suggests that if approved, the board limit DED Ops 5.112 waiver to expire on its next TOI agenda date. No areas of concern were developed in connection with this investigation. I am available for any questions, and my understanding is that Amanda Connor, Brandon Kanitz, Ed Cochran, Genesis Gwanga, James D. and James M. Hammer, and Sean Kennedy are available to address any questions you may have as well. With that, Chair Guzman-Freilich, I'll return this item back to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you. I'm going to miss this part of the job. I have on my notes on here lots of super impressive resumes. So it's always nice to read all the bios on all of the applicants and licensees and attorneys as well. So Miss Connor.
Good morning. Amanda Connor with the law firm of Connor & Connor on behalf of DED Ops NV LLC. As Chief Staley indicated, this is a fairly simple transaction where one entity is buying a portion of a current member's interest. However, it is a pretty complex organizational structure with a lot of impressive individuals coming in to this business. We are requesting a 5112 waiver. We appreciate Maggie Adams' thoroughness in her investigation. It was a lot of information to go through, and we appreciate all her help throughout that. Up here with me is James Hammer. He is a part of the company as well as H&H Management that manages and runs the dispensary through an approved management agreement. We are here to answer any questions you may have. We have other individuals in the audience and online if they are needed, but we would kindly request approval of the board.
Thank you and welcome, and thank you for having everybody available in case there are additional questions. Good morning. How are you? Good. How are you doing? I'm doing good, thanks. So lots of stuff going on here. Transfers, some maintaining some percentages. Any additional information that you want to share?
No additional information necessarily, but happy to answer any questions related to the transfer operations, anything like that. Not too much is going to be changing really. It's just a matter of, more or less the control from one party to another. But, as far as myself and my partner will be managing the operations just as we have been before.
Okay, thank you. Any questions from the board members?
Member Durrett, every time you come, I say, these are some OGs in the industry, and you guys did a lot to develop the industry's initial success and Nevada's successes in the beginning. And then every time I see you, you have to explain to me again, because I'm a grandma, what is the tech that you developed? Because I think this is so interesting, such a wonderful opportunity for new people in the industry. You know, my role at UNLV, I helped develop a cannabis law class that was IP based on cannabis. So this is such a great area for innovation, for growth. And so I love hearing about it. And
Yeah, absolutely. It really just started as an internal e-commerce platform that developed into more marketing capabilities. Now is a full-fledged delivery platform. So we service our own dispensaries, obviously, and then service dispensaries in 15 other states as well. That company is called Carrot. And yeah, right now that's been, another area of focus for myself as well.
so Carrot's not even on the list of your businesses and accomplishments in this area. There's another one. Did you do another tech platform?
No, that's the one that's the tech platform for sure.
Okay, well, that's really exciting.
He has so many accomplishments, we had to limit the list.
I know, it's so great. Nice to see you guys.
Thank you.
Additional questions?
Member Berry, confirming it's a 5112 waiver?
Chief Staley can correct me if I'm wrong, but yes, I believe it's a 5112 waiver pursuant to 5110.
I'm sorry, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Sorry, Member Barry, yes, that is correct.
Any additional comments, questions? Kudos. Okay, I'll take a motion.
Member Berry? I move to approve agenda item 5D TOI number 2500011, allowing for the transfer of 32.5% ownership of entities DO10 and CLA 008 to BDLV Investments to LLC, and second, to allow for a waiver of the requirements of NCCR 5.110 for any future transfer of less than 5%, subject to the condition that the waiver would expire on the next agenda date.
Perfect. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Member Merritt, I'll second.
Thank you, Member Merritt. Any discussion on the motion? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With that, we'll go ahead and go on to item C. Chief Staley.
Chair Guzman, Freilich, members of the board, for the record, I'm David Staley. Item C are TOI applications by Conjurium LLC. TOIs number 2500012 and 13 were filed requesting approval for existing member Rombau Real Estate, Inc. to transfer its membership to other existing members, Global Harmony LLC and Just Quality LLC. In addition, Conjurium's subsidiary Conjurium 6 LLC requests approval to purchase dispensary license RD636 in Esmeralda County from Polaris Wellness Center LLC. An area of interest was developed in connection with this investigation because Rombau Real Estate completed an unapproved TOI in 2019 and also owes the Nevada Department of Taxation nearly $1.2 million in unpaid wholesale cannabis tax. The unapproved TOI and unapproved taxes were not considered areas of concern because the TOI occurred during 2019 before CCB existence, and if this TOI is approved, the Rombaus will be vacating the Nevada cannabis industry. I am available for any questions, and my understanding is that Judah Zakalek, Craig Rombau, John Heisman, and Ron Memo are available to address any questions you may have as well. With that, Chair Guzman Freilich, I'll turn this item back to you.
Thank you for that. Thank you and welcome. Okay, so this is one of those transactions that are pretty complex, or maybe complex for me, not for you guys, but if you could just explain to me, I know Conjurium has 5 subsidiaries and now you're adding a 6th subsidiary in order to to acquire Polaris Wellness? Is that what's going on? Explain it to me like I'm a 2-year-old, please.
I have a disclosure.
This one. And we have it before we go further. We just have a disclosure.
Member Durrett, I just want to disclose that Judah Zakalik is on my board at UNLV at the Cannabis Policy Institute. I've thought a lot about whether I should just abstain, but I really don't think that I have, I think I am able to exercise independent judgment in this matter because it's not really Zion Gardens proactively having any issues that we would have to delve into. So I think I'm not going to abstain from this matter, but I will continue to disclose that relationship and exercise discretion on a per case basis of whether or not I need to abstain. Thanks.
We'll let the record reflect that disclosure and that you will vote. Okay. With that, go ahead and your
Yes, I'll speak on this.
explanation for me, please.
I'll speak on this.
Oh,
This is
hello there. Thank you.
Hi. This is Judah Zakalik on behalf of the Conjurium entities, and thank you for letting me appear via video conference and the more casual appearance. I'm out of state on a family medical issue right now. So you are correct, Board Chair. Conjurium has sub-entities, and each of those entities own a specific dispensary license. So Conjurium 6 was formed to hold the Esmeralda license that we are purchasing from Polaris.
Thank you. That's easy enough. Okay. Any additional explanations or comments, concerns? How's business?
Business is challenging. We recently, earlier on in the agenda, we got final licensure for Conjurium 3, and that was a license that we got through the DOT litigation. It's been 5 years and probably around $1 million to open that up. We're excited about it. We're excited to bring cannabis to rural Nevada and Tonopah. The town is also very excited. Our first opening is going to be tomorrow. That's our opening day for our soft opening. So we're very excited about it. Some anxiety, a lot of excitement, and we thank you for the CCB support in helping us get to that milestone.
Great. Thank you and congratulations. We wish you the best tomorrow. Everything's happening really quickly.
Yeah.
Or maybe I just see it. Maybe it hasn't been quickly in the back.
But slow. Right? Yeah.
Okay. I'll open it up to the board for any additional questions. Any questions, concerns? I know there was some material in our investigation with regard to is it Ramba Real Estate? But that's a different license, correct? It has nothing to do with regard to the tax issue. Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure I get that clarified. With that, any additional questions or concerns? Okay, I'll take a motion.
Member Mazzarana moves to approve agenda item 5C, transfer of interest 2500012, allowing Rombog Real Estate Inc. to sell its partial ownership to Conjurium LLC to Global Harmony LLC. Second, approve TOI 2500012, allowing Rombog Real Estate Inc. to sell its partial ownership in Conjurium LLC to Just Quality LLC. And third, to approve agenda item 5C, transfer of interest 25001, allowing the transfer of entity RD636 from Polaris Wellness Center LLC to Conjurium 6 LLC.
Member Perry, second.
Okay. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, and with that, we are on to item C, or actually item D. D. Okay, we're moving right along. Thank you. Okay, Chief Staley.
Chair Guzman, Freilich, members of the board, I'm David Staley. Item D are TOI applications by GWGA LLC. TOIs number 2300036 through 2300039 were filed requesting approval for GWGA to sell its cultivation license C024 to UMNV LLC, a subsidiary of D's Holdings, Inc. D's Holdings has been operating CO24 since its board-approved MSA in February of 2024. D's Holdings has also requested a waiver of NCCR 5.110 pursuant to 5.112 for transfers of less than 5%. Staff suggests that if approved, the board limit D's Holdings 5.110 waiver to expire on its next TOI agenda date. No areas of concern were developed in connection with this investigation. I am available for any questions, and my understanding is that Sandra Tiffany, Adam Berkowitz, and Ethan Woods are available to address any questions you may have as well. With that, Chair Guzman Freilich, I'll turn this item back to you.
Great, thank you very much. And again, this is another one where I'm just always impressed at reading people's bios. So welcome. We have some individuals online. Thank you for joining us. Do you have any affirmative presentation or any comments before I open it up to the board for any questions?
No comments here.
Just want to thank the CCB and the investigators for the process, and we look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you very much. Okay, with that, we'll go ahead and open it up to the board for any questions that they may have. Okay, I know that in our materials, we do have information with regard to, is it UMNV is in default with the Secretary of State for the license, and then also Pahrump, their local license has expired. So upon transfer, you understand then that these licenses would have to come up to would have to be perfected and would have to be paid.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. And with that, I don't have any additional questions. Just concerns about bills getting paid and licenses getting paid and updated. But with that, I'll open it up to the rest of the board for any questions that they may have.
Member Berry, and we just have confirmation that they're able to meet the financial obligations based off of some of the areas they were identified. So just asking, are we comfortable that you guys can move forward financially to meet your obligations?
Yes, we are. There was some issues with some disagreements with the seller, but those have all been resolved, and now there is capital allocated towards this venture.
Thank you.
Any additional comments, questions, concerns? Okay, hearing none, I'll take a motion.
Member Merritt, for the record, I move to approve agenda item number 5D, TOI number 2300036 and number 2300039, allowing the transfer of entity CO24 to D's Holding Inc. And second, to also allow a waiver of the requirement of NCCR 5.110 for any further transfer of less than 5%, subject to the condition that the waiver would expire on the next agenda date.
Thank you, Member Merritt. Is there a second?
Member Mazarana just wants to clarify that it's TOI 2300036 and 2300039. There's 3 zeros, and it's important for the record, I believe.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, to clarify, it's 36 through 39.
Got it.
Okay, and that's a friendly amendment to your motion?
Member Merritt, I would like to. Do I have to read it?
Thank you.
Okay.
I think that the record's clear. It's just the TOY is 233036 through
to number 230039.
Correct.
Did that clear it? Enough zeros there. Okay, let's try that one more time. Okay, number 230036 through number 230039. Thank you for the clarification.
Is that good? Okay. All right.
Member
thank you.
Mazarin seconds that.
Perfect. Okay, we just want to make it clear, and I know our DAG wants us to have a good record, so thank you for that. Okay, we have a motion. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. And now we move on to item E. Chief Staley.
Chair Guzman, Freilich, members of the board, for the record, I'm David Staley. Item E are TOI applications by Nature's Kindness LLC and Kindles LLC. TOIs 19068, 19068B, 19069, and 19069B were filed, ultimately requesting approval for Nature's Kindness and Kindles to sell their cultivation and production licenses C008 and P007 to Mint Nevada LLC. Mint has been operating both licenses since October of 2022, when the relationship between the three companies was approved and an MSA put in place. Mint has also requested a waiver of NCCR 5.110 pursuant to 5.112 for transfers of less than 5%. Staff suggests that if approved, the board limit Mint's 5.110 waiver to expire on its next TOI agenda date. No areas of concern were developed in connection with this investigation. I'm available for any questions, and my understanding is that Alicia Ashcraft, Stephanie Meehan, Andrew Dunning, and Evian Shahara are available to address any questions you may have as well. With that, Chair Guzman-Freilich, I'll turn this item back to you.
Thank you. Ms. Ashcraft.
Good morning.
Good morning. And I understand that there's been an MSA in place since 2022, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And so just if you could explain just the transaction.
Absolutely. Happy to. Alicia Ashcraft on behalf of Mint Nevada, and just a couple of items. Owner manager Ivan Shahara, I believe, is available on by way of Zoom, as is general counsel for Mint, Nick Scavio, and they're happy to answer any questions that you may have. Also, before I start in on the background, I just want to thank and acknowledge Chief Compliance and Audit Investigator Rachel Branner, who, as always, did yeoman's work on this application, and really appreciative to her for her patience and getting us through this application. As you can see from the number, it's been pending for a while. But just to refresh the board's recollection, and I think for General Barry, who probably wasn't on the board last year, Mint entered the Nevada market, primarily based out of Arizona, but entered the Nevada market with the acquisition of 2 retail stores last year that they completed. This pending application that is before you today would increase that footprint and complete their desire to have vertical integration with the cultivation and production licenses being transferred from Kindables and Nature's Kindest. So that's overall the transaction. I also note that Andrew Dunning, who's counsel for Kindables and Nature's Kindest, is also available by way of Zoom to answer any questions you may have on behalf of the seller. But again, myself, Mr. Shahara, and Mr. Scavio are happy to answer any questions on behalf of the buyer.
Great, thank you. And thank you for joining us. Do you have any comments or affirmative presentations?
Oh, good morning, board.
morning.
No comments other than just maybe a brief background on Mint. We've been in business for almost 10 years, started out in Arizona. We operate 35 dispensaries across 6 different states. We also operate cultivation and manufacturing facilities in some of those states. As Alicia mentioned, we acquired the 2 MedMen dispensaries. And it's been a successful venture into Nevada, and we are excited to add vertical integration into our 2 stores.
Thank you, and it's always nice to hear successes. I know this is it's a different business, and so it's always good to hear somebody who's been there for a while and that everything's going well. So I'm happy for you, and thank you for those comments.
Thank you.
Any additional comments? Okay, with that, I'll just bring it to the board for any additional comments or concerns that you might have. Any board member questions or comments?
Member Durrett, the 2 of you are not located in Nevada, right?
No, we are not.
Okay. Who is kind of running the ship in Nevada? Do you have like a compliance team here, a regional manager? Who's here on the day-to-day watching out for your investments?
No, for sure. So we do have a regional manager, and we have managers at each store. We are just a hop, skip, and away from Nevada. We do have our national compliance that actually goes around each state just to oversee and make sure everything is fine. And we do have local regulatory counsel that's here with you today as well.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Any additional comments, questions? If not, I'll take a motion.
Member Mazzarana makes a motion to approve agenda item 5E, transfer of interest 19068 through 19068B, allowing the transfer of entity C008 to Mint Nevada LLC. Second, to approve agenda item 5E, transfer of interest 19069 through 19069B, allowing the transfer of entity P007 to Mint Nevada LLC. And third, to allow a waiver of the requirements of NCCR 5.110 for any future transfer of less than 5%, subject to the condition that the waiver would expire on the next agenda date.
Member Berry, second.
That's a mouthful. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Have a great day.
You too. Okay, so we are done with our transfers of interest. Now we go on to item number 6 on our agenda, and this is a proposed security interest. Mr. Staley.
Chair Guzman-Freilich, members of the board, for the record, I'm David Staley. I'm here to present agenda item number 6, which consists of 1 request for approval of a proposed security interest. Item A is a request by Polaris Wellness Center LLC for approval of a security interest held by SVJ1 LLC. The parties have entered into a licensing and rights of use agreement, which includes a provision by which Polaris has granted SVJ1 power of attorney related to the collection of amounts receivable for products sold under the agreement, either directly or through the use of a third-party collection agency. No areas of concern were developed in connection with this investigation. I'm available for any questions, and my understanding is that Amanda Connor, Lee McHugh, Ryan Mitchell, and Grafton Darnell are available to address any questions you may have as well. With that, Chair Guzman-Freilich, I'll turn this item back to you.
Thank you. Ms. Connor, could you explain what's going on here, just in layman's term? I know that there's a lot of moving pieces here, but it looks like there's some transfer as it relates to some intellectual property with products and a landlord.
Yeah. Good morning, Amanda Connor with the law firm of Connor & Connor on behalf of Polaris Wellness Center LLC, the cannabis license holder. At essence, this is a licensing agreement wherein a brand is licensing its intellectual property to Polaris Wellness Center to produce certain products. We are in front of you today because as a part of that licensing agreement through a third amendment, a security interest, if approved by the board, is granted to SVJ1. As Chief Staley indicated, it grants a power of attorney for some collection rights, and it also grants a security interest in non-cannabis products. To be clear, there's no security interest in any cannabis products, or the cannabis establishment license, but it grants security interest in non-cannabis products and a collection power of attorney to them to collect fees that would be due under the licensing agreement should Polaris One become in default. So that's why we're in front of you, is because of that security interest. But in essence, this is just a licensing agreement to use branded products and packaging and produce that brand in Nevada.
Thank you for that explanation. And we see, is it Mr. Mitchell online?
Yes. Yeah, Brian Mitchell from Mitchell Law Firm.
Thank you for joining us. Are there any questions from board members with regard to this transaction? Good explanation. We don't have any questions.
Thank you.
Any comments, any other comments from the licensee? Okay, hearing none, I'll take a motion.
Member Durrett, I move to approve agenda item. Oh no, we don't have. Do we have a motion on this? Wasn't it informational?
No, this is we have it's for possible action.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I move to approve the relationship proposed under agenda item 6, which would be the proposed security agreement between Polaris Wellness and SVJ1.
Okay. Is there a second?
Member Barry, second.
Any discussion on this motion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you to Angela Dean for her work on this matter.
Thank you. Appreciate the comments. Okay, and with that, we'll go ahead and go on to item number 7. This is a briefing from the chair and the executive director. I know that our executive director has words that he would like to say, I'm sure, about our departing members of our team, and I'll chime in after you.
Yes. So quick housekeeping. So we will be doing regulations in the month of November and December. We also are required to have a specific list if you'd like to have distributions of the regulations. So if you'd like to sign up to join the agency's mailing list for regulations, please email your request to regulations@ccb.nv.gov and include your first and last name along with what email you would like on the list. We'll still send those out through the normal channels, but that will be a specific regulations-based list. So again, that website or that email address is regulations@ccb.nv.gov. So we'll create that mailing list, and then you'll be kept updated on all of the upcoming workshops. Workshop dates will be November 19th, and that'll be on SB 157 and the regulations required under SB 157. The next workshop date will be Tuesday, December 2nd, and that will cover as they currently are NCCRs 1 through 5. And that same week on December 4th, we will cover NCCR 6 through 15. So we're going to reopen all of the regulations with the specific workshop date of November 19th for SB 157. And then that first week of December, we will conduct the additional 2 workshops. All the postings will occur, small business impact statements. Everyone will have a chance to weigh in on those. And as always, we welcome and invite feedback. So please attend those. And then one last thing, the regulations that were approved by our board last June, been working diligently to get those updated. So those will be posted tomorrow. And then our board will vote on those at the November meeting, which will be the last meeting our delightful chair will preside over. I will reserve my comments until that meeting. But again, thank you, Chair. Wish you the best of luck. Mr. Rath, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for welcoming me to the agency and all of the intricacies of cannabis law. There is a lot of legal and complex matters that have arisen in my nearly 2 years now, which is amazing to say. So thank you for all you've done for myself and the agency. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Director Hum.
Yeah. Speaking of complex issues, to my left, Mr. Staley. I don't know how much better I can say it than my predecessor, Director Cannabis. I think he covered most everything. So more on a personal level, those complicated issues. He helped build this agency, along with many still in the same room, as well as Director Cannabis, who just left. So thank you for welcoming me to the agency. It's been, again, an absolute pleasure. You and I will most likely retire differently. I don't know that I will go take on that sort of amazing task after 30 years at the state. But on behalf of myself, the agency, the state of Nevada, I don't know what else to say other than what a career. Dave, it's been a true pleasure. Industry's better for having you, and I'm a better person for knowing you. So thank you, Dave. All right, before we get too misty in here, I think I will kick it back to the chair and just in general say thank you to the 3 of you. You're incredible. You've been incredible members of this industry and leaders in the space. So, Chair, I'll give it back to you.
Thank you. And I would echo everything that you said. I'm going to miss you guys. And Mr. Staley, you and I always joked about how we're probably the only people who have gaming and cannabis background, and we should start something. Well, you beat me to it. You're gonna do well, and I'm proud of you, and good luck to you. And I'm sure it's not the last. We'll be talking for sure. So good luck, and yeah, we'll see you around. And then Mr. Rath, I know that you. I don't think this is the last that we'll see of you. I think we're going to see you too. But thank you, both of you, for welcoming me when I came here, and thank you for all of your knowledge and friendly faces for sure. This is some pretty interesting stuff, cannabis, but also it's very different, like I said before, and so sometimes it's a little bit hard, especially for me, to know the intricacies of it. So I thank you both for helping me understand, and I wish you both the very best. Okay, anybody else want to chime in, say our goodbyes?
I'll start off just saying anytime anybody's doing a work like this that is really a startup in terms of a value add to our state and needs to be regulated, looked at, oversight. I just appreciate the fact that you guys welcome me, with coming from a background where you're like, how to deal with me. So I just appreciate that fact. And I've told this to Mr. Hum, this is probably one of the most professional, competent, supportive, engaging staff I've ever seen. And it is much easier to do this when you have talented people who are there and are willing to answer questions I know sometimes didn't make sense, but you guys never laughed at me, and I do appreciate that. So, so thank you, and best for your future endeavors. And wherever you go, it's going to be amazing because they're getting some of the best that Nevada has to offer. Thank you.
So I would like to say to both of you that it makes me sad because I am the only member left of the original 5 members that was actually appointed to start the CCB, and the both of you were here to teach us everything that we know. Because I think we were appointed as a board that came blindly to this this organization, and I know, speaking for myself, I didn't have a clue. So all of the information every single month that was actually put forth with explanations to help me make decisions on behalf of this board, I would like to thank the both of you for. As far as retirement is concerned, I am just absolutely jealous, but I am not ready yet. But hopefully when I retire a lot like you because there's so much work to be done. So good luck to both of you, and thank you so much for helping this agency be what it is today, because without you and without the knowledge that you have brought, you know, I am not positively sure that we would be where we are today. So thank you.
It was great working with you guys. I know it's not going to be the last. The first few years were rough, and you guys were always so collegial and professional, and so I really appreciated that you put up with me for years. And I'm so excited for you, Dave. I know I was just like giddy and effusive when I found out about this new role, and I am absolutely going to be like stalking you and finding out how it's going, and it's just so exciting. And like I said, Chris needs to move to France to one up you because it's just such an exciting move. So congratulations.
I echo all of those sentiments, and I'm new, relatively speaking, to the board, and you guys have taught me a lot over the last year, so I appreciate it, and good luck to both of you.
Well, thank you. Thank you to all of you for all your comments, and I'm sure, yeah, you guys will be missed for sure. All right, but we won't. We're very happy for you. We won't pout for very long. We'll go on to item number 8, which is the next meeting date of the CCB, and that is November 20th, 2025. We hope to see you all, and then items for future agendas. This is for discussion only. If there are any board members, if there are any future agenda items you would like to see on the agenda, this would be the time to let our executive director know. And also we'll go ahead and open it up to public comment. We'll open it up in the south, then we'll go to the north, and then we'll go online for the last time, because starting next month we won't have online, the ability to do online comment. So with that, I'll open it up to the south. Any public comment, please come up to the front, state your name for the record, and we'd love to hear from you. Okay, can't convince anybody to come up here and tell us how you really feel. All right, so with that, we'll go have we'll go ahead to the north. Any public comment in the north?
There's no public comment in the north, Chair.
Thank you, Chief Gilbert. Any public comment online? We'll have instructions.
If you wish to provide public comment, dial *9 to raise your hand if joining by phone, or click the raise hand icon if joining via Zoom. Okay. Catrice Saunders, go ahead.
Hi, this is Catrice Saunders. Thank you for addressing this meeting and for public comment. I'm a longtime patient advocate. Probably for the past almost 20 years in Las Vegas, I've been helping patients. I am in need of a federal pardon from the government for helping the patients of Nevada for my federal cannabis case, and I was wondering if I could come to the board to ask for assistance because I need recommendation letters, also as well as from the Republican Party in the state of Nevada. So if you guys can assist me, someone recently reached out to me in regards to my resume to hire me, and I know I'm going to be able to needing my fingerprints and background check done. So I would just want to be able to move accordingly with the state of Nevada's rules and regulations currently and get my life back on track after helping so many patients and helping the state of Nevada make hundreds of millions of dollars and then being excluded from the industry and then having to fight at a federal level on top of that for my civil rights. And that is my public comment today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Any additional public comment online?
There's no additional online comment.
Thank you. And with that, we'll go ahead and adjourn this meeting of the CCB for October 2025. Thank you, and we'll see you next month.